episode of Consciousness Rising Zimbabwe and Beyond. I'm here today with in one of my favorite places in Zimbabwe, and it's Aude's home. We just finished a yoga session. All the other participants have gone, and so now, straight from this experience, my belief, my desire, my wish is that we bask with Aude into presence for a bit of time this morning.
Yeah, wonderful.
And thank you for saying yes to be interviewed.
Thank you to you, Antonella. Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here and very open. And I'm here with my humility and with my truth.
Perfect. So, Aude's been here in Zimbabwe since 1983.
Yeah.
You moved from Switzerland. She moved with her family, and she was the one who brought to Zimbabwe yoga. She will tell us about that today, and then Reiki. She started to teach Reiki in this country, so it's many years. And it's many years. Yes, I remember when I came in '98, your name was one that popped up straight away. So no, you have to go and talk to Aude. And since what is 15 years ago now or more that you have started with the jewels?
With the jewelry, it's more like 18 years
that you started.
Yeah.
And she does this beautiful jewelry with gemstones all coming from Zimbabwe, and they are healing piece of art. They are there to nourish the goddess in all of us as women. So welcome Aude once again.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And today we're going to talk about yoga, but let's see where the conversation goes. And so on our Consciousness Rising, there is people at all levels.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who are just starting to be interested in this different
a new path.
Yes.
We are in a new time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So some are learning just from scratch, some they know for a long time.
Yeah.
So tell us, what is yoga for you? What's the path of yoga?
For me, the path of yoga it's really my main passion. It's all what I'm doing today is coming out from this passion, because I started yoga when I was 10 years old. That was my mother, who was at the time 40, and discovered yoga because she was not feeling well. She could not breathe properly, she was rather depressed, and somebody guided her towards yoga. So from 10 years old I started the yoga school, and we really liked it. You know, my sisters, the whole family was going to yoga.
Okay.
But my mother and myself, I think, were the ones who really kept this yoga alive in our life for all these years. It's been really a passion. So from the age of 10 to maybe 20, I was following a yoga that was taught in Switzerland, in my hometown, and that was a quite conventional yoga. And then from this age, from 20 to 34, I had the chance, and I was privileged enough to be learning this magnificent Kashmirian yoga from Jean Klein, and that was a very, very powerful experience, and it was the beginning of this awareness of presence. It was not only a physical yoga, it was much more. It's a way of living. It's something that is all the time. It's not only 1 hour a week.
Mm-hmm.
It starts by 1 hour a week, but it ripples into the week. You know, you remember breathing, or you remember what you've been learning during the hour. It's with you. So myself, I was doing from the age of 20 to 34, I was going for 1 week a year for a fantastic seminar. But the whole year I was fed with this week.
Wow.
And it was really, for a year I was going and practicing and feeling and sharing, because I was already teaching. But at the end, you know, after maybe 10 years, I had some talks with Jean-Claude and me teaching, and you know, he was really happy for me to pass the teaching. And he gave me permission. There was no certificate, there was nothing of that. It was like, the certificate, in fact, of this Kashmirian yoga is humility.
Oh.
It is humility. Yeah. Staying very humble. You never know, and you're always learning, and it's a beautiful art. It's an art of beauty. It's feeling and seeing your body like the most magnificent temple, and you kneel in front of this temple. The body is really so important. If you want to spiritually grow, you need to always ground presence and ground consciousness in your physical body and love this body.
Well, I know that for me that's a lifetime process which I've resisted for a very long time.
Yeah, but it's not easy. It's not easy, you know. But I think it's the beginning of something very, very important. I think when we can really inhale consciousness in the heart and exhale love towards the whole body and our cellular system. You know, the body is alive. The body is feeling, hearing what you're saying. The whole day, the whole night with the dreams. The body is like a sponge. So it's extremely important that we are talking to our body, talking to our heart, to our organs, to our glands, to the blood, you know, to our bones, to our skin, to speak, to be in connection with this sacred body, sacred space. My sacred space is one with your sacred space. There is no difference. My space is your space. My heart is your heart. We are one energy.
Yes, in a dance.
In a dance, absolutely. Yeah, and with lots and lots of love and compassion and being vulnerable.
Otherwise
open.
It's not possible.
What are you saying?
Otherwise it's not possible.
Yeah, it's not possible.
Vulnerable.
No, you need to be vulnerable. You need to have the courage to be vulnerable and to be authentic.
And to be touched.
And to be touched and to be present, to be here, to embody this body, to be here, not to be always in the future or lost in the past with old stories. You know, we all have loads of stories, but it's to allow the stories to fade, let go of the stories, and to be here in this incredible moment. You know, it's 50 years and more that I am practicing the same postures, and always they are new and fresh in the present moment. You know, and it's not like repeating my old experiences. I had incredible experiences, yes, but I let them go. I am now with this position, with this moment, you know, ready to live this special moment. Like now we are together, And it's a fantastic moment, you know. You give me the chance to express myself, to speak about my passion, and we are together and we're sharing this love, with sharing life.
And one of the things I always notice is that when you are with people who keep their energy frequency high, your energy frequency also
shift, for sure.
Lift, and it's so beautiful. Oh, you were saying about the power of words.
Yes.
Tell us a bit more about
yeah, the power of words are so incredible. And first, the words are energy fields, and they are vibrating and they are resonating. You can wear your words. The words that you are using are like beautiful dresses, or it's really, the words have a very strong impact on your life. Check, observe, what kind of words do you use during the day? Because it's really interesting to see what kind of vocabulary, what kind of words you're using with yourself and with others. Because I think it's also part of a lot of healing. If your words are beautiful, filled with blessings, and if they are happy, if they are content, if they are, the words are, grace. The word grace is absolutely beautiful. And presence. When I say presence, straight away I feel grounded, and I'm here. And it's not to be happy, but it's to be content, to be joyful, and to be here, to be alive, and to be filled with gratitude. All these words are beautiful words. When you feel victim, unhappy, sad, life is not fair, all these words, they're not pulling you down, and they're not helping you to keep balance and healthy.
Yeah.
Yes. I think words are very, very important.
And one thing I always say, especially women, we use so much self-loathing that is just obnoxious. I believe that men don't do that. The men is more, they put it out, like blaming, but we women also, we blame a lot.
Yeah, we play the victim. We are great victims of what is happening to us.
Yes.
And we love complaining.
Yes.
I did that.
Okay, we all do.
I did that too, but today, each time I'm entering that, sometimes I do, but straight away I'm aware. And it's where the spiritual stamina, is starting to enter. It's like all this beautiful work, you need to be in your body all the time. You need to be present. You start in the morning, wearing your beautiful words as you dress. You put your shirt of grace, you put your leggings of happiness, you wear things, you dress yourself thinking of beautiful words. And then during the day, you observe what you're doing. Sometimes we trip, sometimes we fall, sometimes we are just saying things we do not like. And straight away, when you hear yourself starting to do that, you stop and you ground yourself in presence.
Make space.
Yeah. If you want to speak about, Oponopono, the technique Oponopono with these beautiful words, it's also words that we can, when we trip, for instance, when we just start saying things we do not like, then we can go back into ourselves and use the word, I am sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And you say that to yourself. You bring the healing inside, and you allow the words to float in your space. Because when we speak, the words are not just leaving the space straight away. The words we are using are staying inside. They stay. Yeah.
Not only that, but they realigned with source, because it's I'm sorry, please forgive me because I've been out of alignment.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely.
And that just again, please, we are together, we're working together.
Yeah.
We're working together. And because in the end, we are 100%, I mean, the Ho'oponopono is based on the fact that we are 100% responsible of what's happening in our life, which is a very difficult concept to grasp. It requires lots of work.
Yes, it requires this spiritual stamina to always be in and not escape in the past or in the future. It's really to be here. And when you practice yoga, it's like you are in the pose, you enter the position, you travel inside your body, you feel your body, you take time to connect with this physicality. It is such a blessing to be able to take time and to enter this pose with no hurry. You know, to take the time to enter, and also the pose, this beautiful pose that we are entering during a lesson. Each of them are healing or bringing a different type of energy into your space.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's
and it is the way I describe, I do the same with the art.
yes.
And because we do things always in the same way, and so the way we make art, the way we do yoga, the way we do qigong, the way we go to the gym, we cook, we
Yes.
always do things in the same way.
Yes.
And that means that if you take time, like you say, you stop and you start to become the observer of the way you approach things. Like, for example, when I come here to yoga, it depends on the day, if I am relaxed or not relaxed. Okay, let's say that I become relaxed. Then it's like my body automatically becomes 10 centimeters more flexible.
Yes.
I mean, my spine can bend in a way that is, and I ask myself, is it me? And it's just like,
surprise.
it's a surprise, and
Yeah.
it just, oh my God, that means that I'm not resisting.
Exactly. Yeah, it's because we put a lot of resistance. Not that we know, but we put a lot of resistance or fears that we lock into the knees, into the body, into the shoulders, the neck, and whatever. So once you take the time to feel good and to breathe and to love your body and to enter the sacred space of a pose, slowly, it's like the body wants to be kind to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the body wants to love you as well. It's your best friend. So when you treat your best friend with love and attention, it responds the same way.
So it's not only words, but it's also energy.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
the prana, the energy, the light, and and through the respiration, breathing, you can do a lot to activate, like when you inhale in your lungs and then consciously, with consciousness, you exhale and you send waves of light into all your cellular system, your molecules, the molecules, the systems is also lifting. And as you said before, Antonella, I so totally agree. The way I do yoga, I do everything. If I do a flower arrangement, if I write, if I paint, if I cook, exactly the same. This feeling of presence and of awareness and love and alertness is always here in all the things I do.
Does it take more time? Because I know that some of our listeners would think, oh, but I'm sure that she doesn't have any more 4 children to raise, or I don't know,
No.
a boss that who is completely, yeah.
Yes.
So, does it take more time?
No, it doesn't take time. It's instant. The moment you tell yourself that you are present, that you are in your body, straight away, you are in this incredible energy field with creativity, and it's an amazing experience. And when my children are here and my grandchildren, I'm using presence a lot, and I'm using all this knowledge of self-awareness to make everybody feels good. Because if I feel good, if I feel present, my energy is like vibrating everywhere and through everybody. And I'm telling you that for me, all the work I did through these years been such a blessing for my family and for the relationship with my children.
Yeah. And I know that now your children comes to you. So can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, I'm saying, it's just so beautiful because sometimes your relation with your children are not so easy, even they are very hard. And I must say that I have the most beautiful daughters, but my younger daughter and myself, it was very difficult and very intense.
Too much fire.
Too much fire. But today, if she is confronting me, my ego is not around. And I'm able, and that is the key, I'm able to push my ego down and to be present in humility and in really lots of love and compassion.
So you don't get entangled into the escalation, the possible escalation of the discussion to arise.
Yeah, that's over. And she said something so funny, and maybe you will also laugh. She says, like the good wines, I'm getting better with the years. So, but I am agreeing, and I am so grateful that I can bring this yoga energy that I've been practicing for so many years. I can really say that it's been bringing a lot of healing in our family and in the lineage as well. I would say the lineage did benefit a lot, because when I move forward, all the lineage of women behind me is moving with me. And it's not like I'm dragging anybody. It's just that instantly, when my consciousness is vibrant and alive, in this moment, the whole lineage and my whole family is benefiting from that.
I can totally agree. There's been always this example that one of my teachers showed us, which was a very nice visual, that whenever one of us lift their consciousness, the close by and non-close by, they will follow.
Yeah. We all are lifting together.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. And sometimes we do this work like totally in the dark, because is it really working? Is it not? Do I have to have this trust forever without having confirmations? And then it works. And then it works.
Yeah.
And then it works.
It works, and it is such a blessing. Yeah, and with this yoga, one thing that is absolutely beautiful, it's also that you have this presence and you have this tranquility and you allow your mind to go empty. Silence. Silence is, is really, really important. And today with the telephone, it's a little bit of a problem because each time we have an empty moment, we go to the telephone and we Facebook, Instagram or whatever, we are going to have a little look at what's happening. So I think that one of my great advice, it's also several times during the day to take 2 or 3 breaths, conscious breath. You wake up in the morning, you wear your words and you breathe, but not forcing, just a normal loving breathing. And just whatever it is, if it is short, it's completely fine. And you repeat that along the day. 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Not, you don't need to be sitting for hours and you don't need to have complicated practice. That is a wonderful practice.
It is.
I would like to say one more thing. With the breathing, when you breathe, you can just say inhale, inhale, I feel my heart. Exhale, I love my heart. Inhale, I feel my heart. Exhale, let my heart bless my body. Inhale, I feel my heart. Exhale, I love myself.
And you can do that with all organs. I mean, now in this period of being scared, we're going towards winter in this side of the world and on this side of the world. And so we're going to be more susceptible for our lungs and all what is going around the world. So just send yourself love.
Yeah.
Love is the best antidote for fear.
Absolutely.
There's only 2 emotions in this world,
it's
from which all the other
and fear.
Love and fear. All the others stem from those.
Yeah.
So
hands on your heart.
Yes.
And if you love yourself, if your heart is at peace, then the heart of the world, the one heart, is also transforming. So all the negativity, all the political problems, all the problems around the planet right now, if you can breathe and love your heart is going to connect with the one heart, and it will make a change. It's changing something truly deeply, and it's so simple, and it's a fantastic start.
There would be so many questions, but it feels like for today.
It's beautiful. I'm so happy
Yes.
I could speak with you and speak with all of you that I can't see but are with us. And I wish you peace, love and tranquility.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Antonella. Thank you, my dear friend.
As always, we ask you to comment because the best conversation can start now from in the comment below. And until the next.
And also knowing that I'm still teaching and very happy if you want to come and explore.
And I'll put the contact details in the description or just contact us. Once again, thank you very much. See you very soon. Bye.